welcome back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If you're new here, thanks for stopping at my channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down at the bottom so you can be notified for my next video. So today I'm actually going to be going through and setting up my month for July. And then I'm also going to do a sort of plan with me for the first week. Well, it's the last 2 weeks of June, the last 2 days of June, and then the rest starting July. So before I start that, this week I'm actually gonna do a more pen and paper type of planning, more just a little bit of a to-do list, since there's not really that much going on this week at all. So I'm actually gonna take it to where I do 2 days on a page, and it's just gonna be literally my pen to paper. No stickers, no deco, nothing of that nature. So we are gonna go ahead and get started with how I lay out everything. So here is everything that I am using. Now, this is my first page that I'm gonna start off with. So the page before this was my June review. So this is where I'm gonna start my new month. So I like to use these stickers, and these are from the Honeybee shop. If you saw my video when I unboxed her Modern Greenhouse sub kit, this is one of the vinyl die cuts that came with it. So just like I did last month, which I really liked how last month's came out, it was this girl kind of just chilling with her plant. So now everything's starting to open up a little bit more now. So I'm going to use the girl with the boots in the bag, and then also the desk table, because I am doing a lot more desk work now. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay those down here on this side. All right, so now that I have that deco page taken care of, I'm going to put my month at a glance here on this side. So this is a freebie from SM Plans in her Facebook group. Every single month I've had one from her shop. So here's the one from June. And then I also have the one from May as well, which is right here. So I am going to tape this one down with my double-sided tape. So I use this Scotch extra strength double-sided tape. And this is the one that's empty. As you can see, I use it a lot, so I had to get a second one. All right, here we go. Right. Nope, this is the empty one. What in the world? Are they both empty? I'm trying to feel for, nope, here it is. Okay, this actually was the one that was not empty. All right, so I'm just going to take this across, and I kind of just do the outline of the paper that I'm sticking in. Here. Perfect. So I am going to put that just sort of in the middle, kind of just eye it. Perfect. So and that's that. So I think I'm going to add in some kind of washi just for the corners. So this is a washi from, I think it was Grumpy Bear, maybe. I'm not too sure. I'll link it down below, but I'm just gonna take a couple pieces, and I'm just gonna kind of do that here just to give it a little bit more of a decorative sense. Especially since I'm not doing any kind of real deco this week going on. All right, so this is my intro to July page. So I have one of these every single month because I usually just mark off the days as they go. So you'll see here for June, all of those are marked off except for the 30th, and then you'll see when a month is actually completely done, every single day is marked off. All right, So the next page here is where I'm going to put my month at a glance. So I use this month at a glance from Printable Kate. So I'm not too sure if she still has it as a freebie in her website, but she has a lot of sizes that it comes out of. So this is actually, I want to say it's a B6 TN size, and I just cut it down pretty much to fit. So I might actually have to cut a little bit more off, just because I don't want it to hang off the edge, and it just makes it easier for me. All right, perfect. So that is cut. So you'll see here, once I actually paste it, there's enough room at the edge. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my month at a glance. I'm going to use my double-sided tape, and I'm going to put these down. All right, so when it comes to this part, I always like to triple check to make sure that my lines all line up. So you see how this week continues and continues and continues instead of being all lopsided. So I really have to kind of make sure that the boxes all line up before I stick it down, because like I said, this is extra strength double-sided tape, which means I put this baby down, it is not coming up. All right, so that is as straight as I can get it. And perfect. Okay, so I am actually going to add in, I think I'm gonna go with this. I got this at Michael's. I can't remember how long ago, but actually no, I think it was Hobby Lobby. One of the two. So it's a really pretty like succulent, and it has like a rose gold type of foil that goes with it. Rose gold, more gold type of stuff. I don't know, I'm just feeling like a real plant vibe these last couple of months. So I'm going to just kind of tear where I need to. So this one actually has a backing, so it's perfect. I can sit here, tear it to where it needs to be, and then I can lay it down afterwards instead of having to use a washi card to lay it down. So I have this one here. So I'm just gonna lay this down at the bottom here. Oops, too far over. And that's a good thing about washi, you can kind of just lift and try again. All right, that is better. Perfect. And then just the other side. Let me tell you, all my nails broke this past weekend, and I was completely devastated because they were getting so long, and now half of them are like nubs, and I'm not all too excited about that. I worked real hard to get those long. All right, go. All right, so that is nice. I think I may add some other vinyl stickers that I got from the honeybee shop. So let me see what I have here. Maybe, oh, that'll look cute there, maybe. All right, see any other plants that are not gigantic? No. No. All right, so I think, oh, let's see, maybe if I put in, no, it's gonna be too big. All right, so we are gonna go with this one and kind of just give it a little bit of decoration. So this is like a gold foiled type of face with some plants on it, some plant leaves. And I am just gonna stick that right over this edge of the washi here at the side. Perfect. So that gives it a little bit of decoration there. So it goes real nice with this foiled succulent washi that I have, and that is perfect. So the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna add in the July tab here. So I typically add it, let's see. Yeah, I typically add it to this side. So I'm just going to get this one. It's gonna be a little lower, put it right about here. Yeah, I really don't measure these all that much. So I have my July tab set. All right, so next I'm going to take out my little monthly booklet that I have, which is where I do my forward planning. And I'm gonna take a look at July. So again, as you can see, absolutely nothing is really going on in July. All right, so I know that Hamilton is coming out this weekend on Disney Plus, so I'm gonna add that in. I'm gonna make that more of a me night. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. So yeah, you can see that these are the actual like B6 TN booklet that you can just kind of fold, and then that was just what I put together here. All right, so on the 13th, I have a professional exam for my teacher, my like professional permanent teacher certification. That is at 8 a.m. on the 13th. And then this show that I used to watch is called The Alienist. The new season is starting on the 19th. And it's actually really good. It has Dakota Fanning, and like if you're like me, you remember her as like a child. She's like a grown adult now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it was actually really good, and it came out like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years. Yeah, it has to be like 2 years because my boyfriend and I weren't even living together at that time when it came out, and I used to watch it at his house. So now it's coming out again. So yeah, it's been about 2 years. All right, so now that that is taken care of, if you know in my previous setups, like when I did my May flip through, I have the same monthly here that I use as a memory keeper. So I really kind of fell off the boat with this one, and I don't think I'm gonna add it in my setup for this month, but I am gonna keep my gratitude log, which is what's gonna be on this next page here. So I am going to add in my highlight of my day or my gratitude list. So I am gonna use these from CME Draw, and they're just really cute, like muted colors, and I love that. So I think I'm gonna actually go with this kind of peach pink one, and I am just gonna kind of just place that right up at the top. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna label this 1 to 31. So I usually start at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase this so it doesn't get me confused. Okay, so I'm gonna start this from the bottom, starting at 31, so I know that I have enough space at the top. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've labeled it 1 to 31. So each of these days will get a sort of highlight of my day, something that I'm grateful for, anything that happened during that day. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. So on this side is where I'm actually gonna put my July running to-do list. So I am going to use this washi. So this is from Primrose Corner, I believe, yeah. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this washi here, right up at the top. I'll cut that little piece off. Cut that about here, perfect. I'll just fold it behind. Here we go. So I'm gonna put that there, and then I'm going to add in one of these foiled Happie Scrappie, just like little labels. Like it's just July. I don't know if you can get that from the... Alrighty, well, Yeah, my fingers look all weird. Okay, so that is July. I'm just gonna place that here. And then I'm just gonna label this as a running to do list. And that'll be for the month of July. All right. Now, before I go into planning this next week, I am going to add in a piece of vellum here, right in front of my July mini calendar. So this is a vellum from Happie Scrappie. I want to say it was the last kit that she had before she closed down. It was either the last one or the second to last one. So I am just going to add that in here. All right, so I went ahead and I got this piece of vellum tipped in. So now that's how it looks. So you can see a little bit of the calendar through it, which is really pretty. And then while I was doing that, I actually found this smaller one here, and I'm actually gonna put that at the bottom of my running to-do list. Also, I used my Banana Doodle Shop minimal stickers to mark my paydays as well, and then I added my appointment sticker here. All right, so if I go to my running to-do list, I'm just gonna add this down at the bottom now. Sorry if you hear that, my AC just turned on and my desk is right below one of the AC vents. All right, there we go. That just looks super, super cute. Now everything's nice. All right, so this is where it's going to bring me to start this week. So like I told you guys, I am going to do a very, very minimalistic approach to this week, just because there's really nothing going on for July. Oh, I actually forgot to put in here the 4th of July. I think I have really pretty sticker somewhere, but I'll use that on the, no, not using it on the day. So I'm just gonna put Happy 4th of July. Perfect. Completely forgot to add that in there. All right, so like I said, I am going to do a very minimalistic approach to it. Nothing going on this week, so I'm gonna do 2 days per page. Just keep it strictly to-do lists, anything of that nature. If I wanna go ahead and mark that the Alien is, that Hamilton is coming out on Friday, 4th of July on Saturday, payday Sunday, I'll go ahead and mark all those off, but I'm gonna keep it very minimal. So I'm actually gonna use this Tombow marker here, so it's number 991. It's kind of a very like honey type of yellow, nothing too bright, because this is like the bright yellow that they have. This one's more like a muted yellow. So I really like the muted colors. Nothing too bright for me. I like color, but just not super, super bright. So I am going to just kind of add that there, and then one here. Same thing on this side. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then we have Friday, and then I'm gonna keep this as a Saturday and Sunday type of thing. Because really there's not much going on, and I don't have tremendous to-do lists on Saturdays or Sundays, because especially during the summer, being off from school, I get a lot of the chores that I would normally do during the weekend done during the week, just because there's not that much going on. All right, so I'm going to add this in. So we have Monday, and then that is the 29th. So I'm gonna put the 29th on the outside. So I'm gonna put the numbers outside of the highlighted part. So let me go ahead and zoom you in. So then we have Tuesday, and then Wednesday. I always get so scared when I'm doing cursive in my planner, because you have no idea how many times I mess up on my cursive letters, and then yeah, I'm kind of stuck like that. So we have Thursday. It's like my brain starts thinking some other letter, and then my hand just does it without like even asking, just goes. So I'm going to do, now we have a Friday. So if you guys saw in my last video, I like to put this today marker in between here because I don't like the pen kind of just transferring over to the other page. So we have Friday the 3rd, and then we have Saturday. Yep, there we go. I was actually able to fix that one there. Saturday the 4th, and then Sunday the 5th. Perfect. So again, my very, very minimalistic approach to this upcoming week, well, this week that we're in right now. So yesterday, yes, because I am shooting this on Tuesday the 30th. So yesterday, I'm just gonna kind of write down basically what I did. So we did Uber deliveries, and I folded laundry and put it away. We called a handyman for something in our kitchen, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mark those off just for the pleasure of marking them off. Now, what I forgot to do was I have my ruler here. So I'm gonna kind of separate for my weekdays, kind of a little space here so I can do my to-do list here, and then kind of write down any appointments or activities that we have going on in the day. So I'm just going to mark from here to about here. Actually, we'll just go on all the way down, because I stopped right at the Tuesday line, which is perfectly fine for me. So let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to keep it all symmetrical and make sure that if I have that much space on this side, I have it on both sides. And then here, I'm only gonna do it for Friday because I use the bottom half of this page for both Saturday and Sunday. So I am just gonna go to about right above Sunday, there. So now is where I'll go ahead and just mark in if I have anything going on. So Tuesday, so again, let's go back to my very, very empty calendar. So nothing is going on until Friday, which is where we have the Hamilton release on Disney Plus. So I am going to add that in here. So Hamilton, wow, on Disney Plus. And then here I'm going to write the 4th of, and then get a little fancy with July. So yeah, so that is what I am doing for this week. Now, just because, the only reason why I'm doing it like this is because you'll see in my past couple of weeks, that's pretty much what I've been doing right here. This is it. I did some stickers and I did some to-do lists, but just right now, my to-do lists aren't insane. So if I go back to maybe, not even, I would have to go back to like a previous Stalogy that, like before the pandemic, that my to-do lists were like taking up half the page. So this is gonna work a little better just for this week. I'll see if I like it, if I continue on with next week and maybe add in the stickers back, put my date covers, whatever I feel like doing. So another thing is that, I don't know why, but I have been toying with the idea of changing out my Stalogy, and I know it's just crazy, for a personal wide rings. Personal wide is slightly smaller, so I'll show you a printable of it. So this is a personal wide sheet, right? So this is from Coco Daisy. This is one of her, like the freebie collection. I think it's for July. It's like a C one. So this is a personal wide sheet. So if you notice it to the size of a B6 TN or just this B6 Stalogy, it's not that much smaller. And so I like the spacing that it is, and I really miss my rings every time that I think about it. And I'm looking at flip throughs and I see it, and I just miss having a section just for everything. Now, don't get me wrong, love the notebook, love to be able to just open up to a blank page and start writing. I love that. And you know, I would still use this for either my gratitude, which I like having it here because it's not something that goes with me everywhere. So I would still have my gratitude. I could do my meeting notes if I needed to. Any just like YouTube notes that I had for videos, everything like that, I would still keep in here. And of course, adding in little things and whatever, and still do like my monthly reviews in here. But I don't know, it's just, something's calling out to me, and it's been calling out to me for a while, personal wide, and so I'm taking a different approach to it this time. So right now, you guys know, if you've watched any other of my videos, that I'm on a budgeting journey. So I have like my cash envelopes that I have, you know. So I've made one specifically for a specific personal wide that I want. So there is a Vanderspec, so it's a VDS personal wide, and it's a custom, and it's close to $400 with all the customs that I want, where it has a back pocket, it's extended out to be an actual personal wide, because she doesn't have personal wides, but you can customize the standard, which fits like a personal planner, and you can extend it out, so you can make it a personal wide if you wanted to. So then it also, another one is an extended clasp. It comes with 30mm rings, which means I could stuff it to my heart's desire. And then it's also the different pocket configurations that you want to add into it, all that stuff. So it roughly comes out to like $380. So I've set myself a $400 cash envelope goal for this custom planner, which means that it's gonna take some time for me to get that amount that I want, which gets my brain to thinking, okay, do I really wanna stay into it? Can I work around it? So I've printed out some inserts, and I've done a little bit of, you know, testing it out and testing the waters with how much space I have to write in it. And I like the space that it has, and a lot of the printables that I would be using are freebies from either SM Plans, Peanuts Planner Co. that you would find in their Facebook groups. And so I wouldn't have to necessarily spend any money on the inserts before I get the planner. So again, like I've done that, and I've tested out the sizing. I love the size because it still gives me enough space to write. It gives me sections for things like for my vehicle maintenance. So instead of having to either find the tab somewhere in here or search through my index of where I have a certain list or just anything, I would have a specific section. So I used to be in a personal size planner, which is this Filofax, and you guys have seen my minimal video. So I had a lot of minimal planning in here, but it would get to a point where I'd be writing something and I'm running out of space. And then I would flip it over for the next side, and about here, I'd already be hitting my hand on the rings. So it's not that, you know, difficult, because I usually just slip my inserts anyway so I could rip it out. But what if I didn't want to rip it out? What if I just wanted to keep it in there? Whatever. So I've tested personal, I've tested pocket with Pocket Plus size inserts, and those just didn't work. So I'm gonna see what happens with this, and I'll let you guys know, you know, as the videos keep coming, But that's pretty much where my mind is kind of heading. So I have like a couple pages here of like personal wide sections that I would want, any printables that I would use in there, so all that good stuff. So we are just gonna do a final flip through of what we did today, which is setting up my month in here for July. So again, I have my little deco page with my honeybee shop, girl, and desk. I have the Happie Scrappie Vellum here. I have my month at a glance here for July from SM Plans. I have my monthly overview from Printable Cape, where it has all my tremendous amount of things going on this month. Oh, I have to add birthdays in here. I'll do that after. So then again, my style planner tabs, monthly tabs, my highlight of my day for July, my July running to-do list, and then the loveliness that I have going on for this week. So this is my pen and paper only week. Maybe some sticky notes will be thrown in here or there, but that is pretty much it. But yeah, guys, so I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to my tremendous rambling. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.